Hey everyone, this is Pure Spirit and welcome to episode 2 of my world tour. Now, I'm actually recording this intro a little bit in the future, as I kind of got a bit ahead of myself and went ahead and recorded episode 3, which was the entrance to the Nether, before I recorded this intro, possibly because I forgot. As you can see, the project over there, which is actually going to be called the Workbench, which will become more obvious once we've actually finished and we can take a proper look at it. But I've got a bit of footage from actually building this up and building the 4 glass towers. You can just about see there's another one just behind there, and there's one hidden behind that one. But I got a bit of footage. Did mess up at one point as well, which was really annoying. But yeah, I'll let you guys check it out. Alright guys, so I've already done a fair bit on this big project I wanted to do in the middle of the perimeter here. Currently stood on top of a small section that I've done. We're pretty high up, so we've got a good overview of the perimeter here. You can pretty much see all of it. But what I've done so far, as you can see here, so this is something that I've been working on for quite a long time now. Not just here, I've actually built it twice in 2 other worlds. Just to get some design ideas. I'll probably take you over to my old world where I've got this all completely built up with all the functions attached as well, including a nice iron golem farm. But yeah, so this is what I've got so far. I've actually got blueprints made up on Photoshop just to make things a little bit easier transferring it across. We are currently pretty high up. I think we're about 35 blocks up. But what this is actually going to be my main central base. There'll be a storage area off the back here, nice and big. There'll be plenty of chests, and we'll more than likely have farms coming off of each wall section, like one here, and then maybe one just over there, and a couple more over there. We'll have the iron golem farm somewhere attached to this as well, and also I'm going to have somewhere a little shaft, stairs down to the tunnel that we've got going all the way around the map. But I'm not too sure how I'm going to fit that one in yet. But yeah, this is how it's gone so far. Needs to be glass on all 4 sides of each section. So there's a lot of glass involved. We've got a bunch of furnaces down there, cooking a bit more up at the moment. Got a few stacks on me at the moment as well. And there's some more in a couple of chests down there. I've also got a bunch over by the sand generator, which is over there. I think I've got a double chest full of glass at the moment. And the facilities to cook, I think it's something like 20 stacks at a time. So it's not too bad. It just takes a bit of time getting all the sand, even with a generator. But yeah, so I'll update you again when I've done a bit more. Maybe a couple more of the towers, and see if I can get any more of the base section done. There will be a lot of redstone involved in this build, but that'll all be up here. Again, something that I've spent a lot of work on, kind of perfecting the idea that I want. But we'll get to that probably in maybe the next episode or a couple of episodes. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, just another quick update here. As you can see, I've now completed 3 of the glass towers. Did run out of glass at one point, so I had to pop back to the sand generator. And you can see I've put fence bases in, which will be part of the mob system. It was the only kind of design that I could come up with that not only did I like the look of, but also worked effectively. So we should see more of that relatively soon. I'm hoping I might be able to get this done this episode, if not definitely the following one, or at least we'll be able to get the actual build itself done and then get on with the redstone on top in the next episode. But I'm probably going to end up doing a bit of AFKing by the skeleton farm. Just so I can, I want to get myself some feather falling boots, as I've fallen off a few times now. Don't take too much damage, but it would be nice if I could take no damage, especially if I fall from the very top. That would be a dead drop. It's 26 blocks from the fence posts to the top, plus another 10 blocks, so pretty fatal. But thankfully water everywhere, so that makes it a lot easier to get down. But yeah, it's looking good so far, and hopefully next update will have a bit more of the actual structure, and we'll actually see more of an actual building rather than some floating glass towers. So yeah, I'll see you in a few moments. Alright guys, so I've just finished up at the skeleton spawner. Managed to get the feather falling boots that I was after. Also managed to get, which I'll grab actually, I wanted to get a respiration helmet, so I've got one there. In the process managed to make another aqua affinity, which wasn't quite what I wanted, as I've already got one of them anyway. Did another sword as well, only got fire aspect 2, which was a bit of a shame, as I was after a looting one. The one I've got at the moment has fire aspect. There's a few skeletons left, but we'll leave them. At some point I do plan on putting redstone lamps in around the spawner, so I can actually turn it on and off. But whilst we're heading back to the perimeter, I'll just go through a few more things that I've seem to have neglected so far. We are running in hard, will be running in hard for the entire time, has stayed in hard so far, hasn't been loaded in creative at all. Everything so far has been done in survival and will continue to be done in survival. Got a few bits of fence and wood missing where lava seems to have burnt it out, but we'll fix that at some point. So with work we've been doing on the main project in the centre at the moment, it's slowly getting there. So far each time I've actually built it, I've started from the top and worked my way down, whereas it's been as I've built in creative both times. Whereas this one, of course, first time in survival, I think it's just a case of... Did I see something then? No, maybe not. It's just a case of working from the bottom up instead. So let's head back on up. I did actually harvest all my wheat as well, and the vines, got nearly 3 stacks of vines from that, and chopped down a few other trees as well just to get a bit more extra wood. Oh, and surprise surprise, it is night time at the moment, and it's raining as well, even better. So there shouldn't be anything around here. Never yet experienced anything around here, so we've been lucky so far. And this time we've got my boat here. I've managed to break a few boats on this trip, even though it's a very, very short one. The odd squid pops up every now and then, and I've got a habit of ploughing my boat into the wall a little bit too hard. But you can just see the main project just over in the distance there, starting to look pretty nice with the glass towers. Only three are complete at the moment. There's still one left to do, which I plan on getting done tonight. So we probably won't get the get this project completed this episode. We'll probably finish it off in the next one. I need to stop falling off that wall. We'll get a minecart track set up round here at some point. Just because running and jumping through here, it's nice and fast, but it does take it does deplete my hunger quite quickly. I did shave off a bit of the coal cube as well, for use in the sand generator. It's been running a little bit low. I don't really have any coal reserves stored up, but we'll just pop back and get some sleep, just so it's daytime again. I just want to avoid all those nasty mobs. Thankfully in the perimeter, there's pretty much, well, no, I very rarely see any mobs spawning. The only ones that do spawn are within the main project, as there are some areas that aren't lit up yet. But that's only because I haven't had any torches on me, which I still don't, surprise surprise. But I'm sure we'll get it sorted at some point. So there might be a couple of mobs in here. Unlikely. Oh, there we go. Oh, and of course I've got no arrows on me. There we go. Anything else? No, looking clear to me. Let's just have a quick check around here. No, that all looks good to me. So yeah, we've got I've got the base area set up of this. I'm thinking in previous design ideas I had waterfalls down the sides, which I think I'll probably still have, as they do look a lot nicer than just having wood all the way around. So we got 3 of the towers done. It doesn't take too long, but I did do a bit of maths. Let's have a quick check. Total is 4,576 glass blocks. Each one's 11 wide and 26 tall. So it's just under, it's 71.5 stacks of glass. So a lot of glass, and I've still got a little bit stored up over here. Should be plenty enough for the last tower. And we've got the fence post set up at the bottom as well. In the middle, that's where, unfortunately, the water doesn't reach all the way to the middle, but we cope with that by having another set of fence posts will be set underneath, which will be the item stream, as this in each of these towers will be where the mobs fall, which we'll get to the system of how that happens probably in the next episode. Of course, I'll be losing all of the dirt scaffolding once we've finished everything, but there's a lot more work to do, a lot more up the top there, where all the redstone is going to be, and all the contraptions for the mob tower. So we'll probably end up leaving this episode here for today. I think this one's a little bit shorter, but no problems with that really. We'll pick up on the next episode and see if we can get this finished off. I'll also see if I can get the mine track laid. We'll see if we get the mine track laid around the perimeter in the next episode as well. I have been focusing a lot underground in the main tunnel systems. Used up a lot of my iron, making some more minecart tracks. But this will be worth it in the end, and soon enough we'll have a nice iron golem farm somewhere in the perimeter. Maybe to one of the sides, as I want to have the storage room to the back of this project here. So yeah, I think this will work out quite nicely. So alright guys, I will catch you in the next episode where we'll hopefully get this finished off. So yeah, bye bye. So basically guys, since last night and finishing off all these towers, I realised one fatal thing when I was trying to do the wood in between the towers. The towers aren't actually wide enough, but I thought each side was 11 blocks wide. Two sides are 11 blocks wide, but one side, well, two sides, that side and this side, that's another piece of glass wasted, are in fact 12. So far I've done two. I've done those two over there. As you can see, I've got the insert between the two of them now, which is what I'm just doing here. So I've done the new outer wall. I've just got to get rid of all this glass. Unfortunately, Silk Touch isn't working, so phenomenal waste of glass. I think it's around 17-18 stacks of glass that I've wasted here. I suppose I can't really complain much, as I used a little bit of a cheaty method to get this glass anyway. But, well, when you're working with this much glass, there's not really much choice, as there isn't. Well, we have got a desert here, but I kind of want to keep it as a desert rather than turn it into a mess of a quarry, as quarries are pretty damn ugly. So yeah, I've only got the one more wall to do. Super annoying. I think I was a little bit too tired last night to care too much. Was struggling to keep my eyes open by the end of it, so just thought I'd leave it for now and get on with it the next day. And there we go, falling off again. Feather falling boots are very handy, although I had a few anomalies where I fell from the very top, and I think managed to get down to, I think it was 2 hearts at one point, which was a little bit concerning, but I survived, so it's not really a huge deal. But the falling off is incredibly annoying, especially with doing these walls. If you fall off from all the way up there, you just got to stack your way all the way back up again, which is no problem. But of course, it just means that you've got to retake the stack down, and if you're as clever as me, and not only fall off the top of the towers, but then fall off the stacks, you've then got to stack up again to take down the stack that you put in the first place. So going off to a flying start here, and yeah, hopefully we'll get these done nice and quickly, and I can actually do a bit more work. As you can see, I've started doing the item streams, which one day hopefully will be filled with ice along here. Once we get Silk Touch working on ice, I might use pistons to get some ice across to here. So let's check out the map. We have got snow biome right over there, just outside the perimeter, but it's quite a long distance to piston push ice. There are conveyor belt systems available on YouTube, which I might take a look at. But in all honesty, here don't really need ice because this is as long as the stream is going to be. It'll just bring the items along here, and they'll simply drop off the end onto the floor, or into maybe a little collection bay, depending on how I do things. But yeah, so that's really how far we've got so far. There needs to be another row of fence posts in here to counter this gap here. Again, we're in testing phases with this mob trap design. Having the fences like this, it's pretty much 99% efficient, but every now and then I do get the odd one or two mobs just bobbing up and down in there, but they'll disappear if you once you walk away anyway. This tower is purely for items. It's not an XP farm at all. I mean, we've got the skeleton grinder at the moment, which does do the job nicely. I will also have a blaze farm and an enderman farm, which is probably one of my favourite builds that I did in my old world. And then we've got things like the slime farm as well, which probably won't be as big as the last slime farm I made, purely because that one was absolutely massive. Again, I might take you guys around that one, as that was. Why we're in that place? There we go. As that was easily one of the biggest builds I've ever done. The hole was 6 chunks wide, well, 6 chunks big, so 3 chunks wide and 2 chunks long, or the other way around. And the hole goes all the way from bedrock all the way up to level 40, so a really, really long way. Actually, no, it doesn't go up to level 40. The spawn pads go up to level 40, but the hole actually goes all the way up to the surface. Ah, there we go, some glass. So yeah, you can actually see the slime farm from the surface through a massive glass ceiling. Took a lot of work and a lot of resources. Oops. But I think I ended up making the pads out of snow. Used a couple of snow columns to get some snow, which was probably the quickest and easiest way of doing it. So couldn't be bothered traipsing backwards and forwards, getting resources. But it did work out quite nicely, and it took a few weeks to do. But massive projects like that do take a long time when you're doing them in survival. But yeah, what we'll do, I'll come back to you with when I've done a little bit more progress. I mean, I don't really see this as progress. This is a repair of a cock-up, which is always a pain. But these things happen, I guess. It just kind of sucks that it wastes so much glass. And it is a lot of glass, and it really hurts taking all the glass down. Really hurts, especially without Silk Touch. But who knows, hopefully we'll get that in the next update. And then we'll get Silk Touch working again on glass, which should be pretty awesome. I can't see it happening for ice yet. Not too sure. Because I know we're a little bit behind PC. There's another way. Oh, here we go. 2, 3 wasted blocks. That's what happens when you look at your laptop and not your Xbox. Is there one more to do? Yeah, there's one more to do. Alright then, we'll leave it there for a moment, and I will come back to you when I've gone a little bit further and I've blocked it off without putting the fences in. Ah!